Good evening, Philippines. This is Mike Padua, and we are back to our weather analysis for this Friday until Monday, October 8 to 11, 2021. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. Let's begin with our update. Here's the usual GovSat beginning today, Friday until tomorrow, Saturday. We still have the two tropical disturbances over the western Pacific embedded within a large monsoon depression, wherein the winds are quite strong over the periphery of these two low pressure areas, and one of these two will merge either with 94W or 94W with 93W, and it could become just a single tropical cyclone, and it's expected to move in the general direction of extreme northern Luzon based on what we see on the global computer models. And right now it looks like 94W is the one getting stronger, and maybe in the next few days 93W or Maring, which is now been upgraded by the Japan Meteorological Agency, and it's now named internationally as KOMPASU. It will move towards the northeast, and eventually the convection of Maring will merge with the much stronger 94W. So it depends on both ways, if Maring or this 94W, which is soon to be Nando, once it enters the Philippine area of responsibility, as Pag-asa upgraded this into a tropical depression. So we have twin tropical systems within this large area of winds along its periphery, known as a monsoon depression. So they're both trapped within this circulation. Now, once these two merges, there's a possibility that the monsoon depression will be cancelled, and it's now a full-blown tropical cyclone. That's the reason why the Joint Typhoon Warning Center of the U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force are still considering it as a monsoon depression, with two circulations embedded within it. So let's wait and see what will happen. So it's either way, if what will be the dominant circulation, but most likely the new center of these two will be forming here in the middle of that vortex of these two vortices. Okay, so the monsoon depression, including the monsoon trough, is bringing some heavy rainfall across the Visayas, particularly the eastern sections, Leyte and Samar. There are reports of landslides happening right now over Leyte because of the heavy thunderstorms and rainfall brought about by the trough of this monsoon. And we can also say it's also a trough of tropical storm KOMPASU or Maring, affecting the areas of the Visayas. And the monsoon trough will continue to affect the whole country with mostly cloudy conditions, with some isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon or evening. Out here in the South China Sea, we have a quasi-stationary or slow-moving tropical storm, which has been upgraded from Tropical Depression 22W. This was once Lani while inside the PAR a few days back, and it's now named Lionrock. That's the international name, and it's moving very slowly closer to Hainan Island, and it's likely to make landfall either tonight or early tomorrow morning, and it will start to weaken. And this tropical storm continues to enhance the weak habagat, or the southwesterly surface wind flow across Palawan and the Calayan Island group along the Spratly Islands. And elsewhere, we have also southwesterly winds blowing across Palau and the Yap, bringing some windy conditions over these areas, and some thunderstorms again here over Visayas and northeastern Mindanao, much heavier than the rest of the country because of its proximity to Tropical Depression KOMPASU or Maring. And we are going to observe this, particularly tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Once it merges, we are going to issue warnings on the system advisory from Typhoon 2000, as it is expected to move towards the extreme northern parts of Luzon. We're going to explain to you furthermore the possible merger of these two systems. Out here over the northern part of the Marshall Islands, we have another active LPA. This is 95W with a medium chance of developing into a tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours, but this is not going to move towards the Philippine Islands. It will remain over the open waters of the Western Pacific. So right now, KOMPASU Maring is around 700 to 800 kilometers to the east of Northern Samar, and it's not yet affecting any portions of the Visayas or Bicol region, just the trough of the monsoon, which is bringing some overcast skies across these areas. So please take all necessary precautions. In the next few days, the system will threaten extreme northern Luzon, so there could be some heavy rainfall that will occur beginning Sunday to Monday or even up to Tuesday, affecting northern Luzon and also some other parts of Luzon, including Bicol region, but the bulk of the rainfall will be over here, extreme northern Luzon, and also over the Visayas area, particularly Mimaropa, because of the enhancement of the southwesterly wind flow or weaker southwest monsoon. Since we are now moving into the middle of October, the effects of the habagat is going to die down as we transition into the northeast monsoon. Okay, so that's the development right now. A very large monsoon depression being captured, which is capturing these two vortices across the Philippine Sea to the east of the country. And let's take a look at the fast animation. They're still fighting with each other. As you can see, the tropical depression here, or 94W, which may become Nando any moment from now, either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. It will enter PAR within the next few hours, and this is the cloudiness generated by tropical depression KOMPASU, which is exposed or sheared to the southwest with exposed low-level center right here. Okay, it's somewhere here. That's Maring or KOMPASU, while Nando is somewhere here. So it remains to be seen which will become the more dominant system within the next few days until Sunday. So we will observe this in the next 2 days once it emerges, and data from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center will be issuing updates or warnings from the system. And if we take a look at the zoom in satellite animation from windy.com, here's the infrared satellite. As you can see, the storm is right here, or the tropical depression. It's somewhere here to the east. Oh yeah, here. So it's been sheared off, the cloudiness. These are the mid-level clouds. Okay, and some of them are reaching the eastern coastal areas of the Bicol region, and also here across the eastern Visayas area. So expect more thunderstorms along the way as the system organizes. And here comes the other one here. So likely there will be a new center that will form in the next 48 hours. Okay, and if we take a look at the rainfall accumulation for the next 24 hours, so meaning to this evening until tomorrow evening, more rainfall will be expected, moderate to heavy rains across eastern Visayas, Samar provinces, and later, while the Bicol region will remain cloudy, as well as the rest of Luzon, the rest of the Visayas, Mindanao, and Mimaropa. Well, there will be some passing showers as well along these areas. So residents here along eastern Visayas must take all necessary precautions because of the trough of tropical depression KOMPASU and the monsoon trough as well, passing across Luzon. And for the next 3 days, we expect the rainfall to move northward and will affect the northern portions of Luzon, particularly extreme northern Luzon or northern Cagayan up to Batanes, beginning Sunday to Monday. So this is a 3-day forecast of the rainfall for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So expect rainfall here, while Bicol region is lucky enough to have just light to moderate to at times heavy rainfall, not too much, because of the distance or the far distance of this system from the Bicol region, since the system will move and organize to the east of Bicol and move towards this direction. Okay, here in Mimaropa and the Visayas, there could be some heavy to intense rainfall because of the slight enhancement of the southwesterly surface wind flow. So take all necessary precautions down there in Visayas, guys there, folks here across the Visayas and northern and northeastern Mindanao. And as we take a look now at the wind forecast and rainfall forecast from the European model for the next 3 days until Monday, by tomorrow evening, the tropical low pressure systems, the two LPAs will start to converge or merge, will start to merge, and it will just be a single tropical system moving in the general direction of extreme northern Luzon. And here comes the tropical storm Lionrock. Okay, so that's the forecast for Saturday, and tomorrow Sunday, the large tropical system will move towards extreme northern Luzon. So you can see here the enhancement of the westerly and southwesterly wind flow across Mindanao and Visayas, including Mimaropa, and also affecting some portions of Luzon, including the eastern sections of the Bicol region and eastern Luzon. And on Monday, it will start to cross or traverse extreme northern Luzon in between northern Cagayan and Batanes. So as you can see here, the possible intensity of the system will be somewhere between a tropical storm to severe tropical storm, meaning the winds will be around 75 to 95 or 100 kilometers per hour. If the core of this large system constrict more, it might become a category 1 typhoon. So it's not yet out of the woods. And you can see here the heavy rainfall brought about by the southwesterly and westerly surface wind flow along the southernmost trough of this large tropical cyclone. So it's either this will become Nando or Maring. So we will going to witness that within the next 48 hours. And on Tuesday, it will exit the Philippine area of responsibility. But still, due to the large circulation of this tropical cyclone or potential tropical cyclone, the southwesterly surface wind flow will continue to affect our country until Tuesday or Wednesday. And here's another system, but it's too far to affect any parts or to pose any, but it's too far to affect or to pose any threat to our country. And here's the wind shear forecast for the next 24 hours. This is the tendency of the upper level winds. As you can see, strong upper level winds can be observed along the periphery of the Monsoon Depression. That's why, although it's very low here, the wind shear, this is the area that the storm might develop, but due to strong upper level winds along its periphery, the cloud bands, okay, the outer circulation of the storm are having hard time to consolidate as it moves towards the north across the Philippine Sea, unless it will relax like this one on Lionrock or Lani. Along its periphery, it's more relaxed. The wind shear is more relaxed. That's why it became a tropical storm as it moves towards Hainan Island. So this situation might, the wind shear might relax a bit. So there might be some development of the system. But if it remains for the next 5 days, it will just be a minimal tropical storm passing across extreme northern Luzon with some rainfall across most parts of the country. Here's the latest Asian agency's tracks on KOMPASU. Since the Japan Meteorological Agency has upgraded the system into a tropical storm, and it shows here that the system will start to move north, then it will bend more to the west, passing over extreme northern Luzon within the next 60 hours. Okay, since this is around 8 a.m., so most likely 68 or 58 hours from now, so more than 2 days from now until Monday morning, that will be the scenario that it will pass over this area. So that's the forecast of Asian agencies like Beijing, Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. As for Pag-asa, we still don't have any input here. We are waiting for the output from their feed. Maybe it's not yet updated. Okay, and only the JTWC is still blank, as they consider it as a monsoon depression. But once the one of the circulation merges into one system, there might be some warnings that will be issued, and eventually it will be upgraded quickly into a tropical storm based on what we experienced before with Joint Typhoon Warning Center updates. Okay, so watch out also for updates in the next few days, since we get the wind data from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, although the tracks is by Typhoon 2000. So we get the wind from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Here's the Meteorologics forecast ensemble of the European model. So as you can see here, here's the possible track of tropical depression KOMPASU. But as you can see here, it looks like there will be another circulation here. So this is already 94W that will replace this system. So most likely 94W will be the dominant factor, will be the dominant circulation. We will see in the coming days. And the track will be still the same, a track towards the northern most parts of Luzon. Okay, so please take on some precautions up there. And here's the 93W forecast on KOMPASU. Okay, so there you go. That's the possible track, but only a few ensembles shows it that it will continue across extreme northern Luzon. So if we check on 94W on the American model, so this is the American model, okay? If we check on the 94W, it looks like more members of the ensemble of this American model shows that it might be 94W that will be the dominant circulation within the next 48 hours. So we will keep you updated, particularly if it intensifies this weekend. We are going to issue special updates on this soon to be tropical cyclone. Okay, 23W. So until Monday, if not tomorrow or Sunday, we are going to issue updates on the upcoming merger of these two low pressure areas. Okay, from Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua reporting. Stay safe always. Be #WeatherWiser. Let's all pray that this storm will not do any harm across extreme northern Luzon, and it will just remain a weak system. Our prayers are needed for this, for our kababayans up there. So let's all pray, and let's hope that this will not cause any serious problem to our country. Again, this is Mike Padua. See you again on Monday. Have a happy weekend, and thank you so much for watching our channel.